Steve Jackson and Ian Lemon. Steve Jackson, really? Warlock of Firetop Mountain. So it's like a fighting fantasy campaign or something? Warlock of Firetop Mountain features a dyslexia-friendly font, which some players may find assists with reading. No, I want the Warlock font. Enter code for what? Effects, so there's no voices. I mean, the font as big as I can, because sometimes these games are hard to read. Oh, there's actually a history of fighting fantasy and stuff like that. But I'm not here for that. Oh, they have timeline of fighting fantasy? Map. Alright, new game. Gauntlet. Excuse me, just taking a drink. Throat has been dry lately. Alright. Greetings, player. Welcome to the world of Titan. Sorry. In particular, the most notorious of all lands, Alancia. That doesn't sound very notorious. I am Oriana, the Keeper of Souls, your guide and your game master of sorts. Oh, so she's our game master. Many adventurers have entered Firetop Mountain over the last 30 or so years. Voracious readers have wandered the many passages, battling the monsters within and negotiating the many traps, only then to take on the might of Zagor the Warlock. Zagor is kind of a crappy name. With skill, stamina, and luck, they have chosen their many paths and rolled their fate. Many of these brave young adventurers have perished in the darkness, and their souls even now lie unclaimed. You appear to be the next brave soul to take on the mountain, and all it contains. To do this, you will need to choose an Alancian hero to take into the mountain. Don't get too comfortable with your choices, however, as the ways are treacherous and it is doubtful that you will survive. Only by bringing me the souls of the fallen may you be blessed with a new hero over time. With new heroes over time, okay. Each with their own quests within Zagor's domain. Select your hero. Figurine to select. Okay, so I have Lucina Ekadi. Aaron Godspeed. Alexandra Blacksand. Dickin Strom. Oh, I can't do it with these guys. Oh, I have to buy them. Okay, let's see the stats on these guys. Lunica Ekadi. Stamina 17, skill 9, luck 10. There's only 3 stats? Kina is a keen explorer, especially of the bustling cities that she has previously thought were only legend. Every new person, place, or object she encounters is thoroughly questioned, explored, or examined before she rushes on to the next exciting discovery. Her endless enthusiasm can be tiring for her adventuring companions who take their civilized surroundings for granted. Tends to keep a memento from each new location she visits, keeping them in her pack or hanging them from her armor. Well, it must get heavy. Notice things that would normally be unseen or ignored. And it has great speed, agility, and precision. Front attack, left attack, lash, poison strike. So she attacks from the front, from the left to the left, and can inflict poison up to 2 blocks from her. No. See this dude? Dickion Strom. Stamina 19, skill 8, luck 9. Soldier for hire, Dickion Strong earns his living escorting merchant wagons to and from Sardat, the city of his birth. An arrogant but skilled warrior, Dickion always looks out for himself first. When bandits ambushed his convoy on the road to Zingis, Dickion was forced to fight his way to safety to a nearby village. Near penniless and far from home, the mercenary is looking for the next big payday. Great agility, speed, and precision. Notice things. It's the same attributes as the other one. So front right, right slash, and dodge bolt. Fires off a bolt of his crossbow and ducks to the side for cover. Interesting. Alexandra of Black Sand. The warrior known as Alexandra, 18 stamina, 10 skill, and 8 luck. Black Sand is famed for her many adventures. Her name is known in many parts of Alancia. No matter where she is, Alexandra has a knack for sniffing out trouble and gold. An experienced adventurer with a deft sword arm, she can sense dangerous situations before they happen and has built up a good reputation for completing quests quickly and diplomatically, reducing the need for unnecessary conflict. Has above average level of education and fortune favors you often. She's smart. Front, right, piercing, and a quick jab. Okay. What about the last guy? Aaron Godspeed. 20 stamina, 9 skill, 7 luck. Born in Fang many moons ago, Aaron is seen as a hero to the locals there. His approach in battle is simple and direct. Charge forward, chopping left and right with such force and speed as so to quickly put his enemy off balance. Should they manage to sneak a blow in under his onslaught, it will likely brush off Aaron's impressive physique as if it were a scratch. How Aaron's mother, a diminutive seamstress, managed to produce such a gigantic warrior is anyone's guess. One popular theory is that giant's blood runs in his veins through some distant ancestor. Illiterate, reading is not your strong suit. Fearsome, terrifying appearance can strike fear into others. Okay. I think I'll go with her. Yes. You have chosen Alexandra of Blacksand, a wise choice for your first game, player. Before entering the mountain, I want you to visit the one-armed swordsmaster of Anvil, Lin Wentsai. Oh, they have agents too? He will teach you the basics of combat, which you need to know if your hero is to survive in Zagard's domain. Learn to fight. During your adventures, you will encounter many different foes, magical and monstrous brigand and beasts. There will be an assortment of creatures lurking within Firetop Mountain, eager to bring your adventure to a premature end. But let us learn of walk before we start running, shall we? Lin Tai wants you to fight some Quintains. It will allow you to experience how combat functions. Fight the Quintains. During combat, you choose to move or attack by selecting a space. Select move to advance toward the Quintain. If you select your action, both of you and your opponent will play out their moves simultaneously. Move to the side to avoid the Quintain's attack. Sometimes it's better to attack where the enemy is likely to move to instead of where they currently are. Attack the space in front of the Quintain. Both you and a foe try to attack each other. At the same time, you will clash. And it is then a test of who has the greatest skill, with the loser taking damage. Okay. Oh, it's an actual dice roll? Your enemy will move and attack in somewhat predictable patterns. Pay attention when they shake to indicate that they'll be attacking next round. Use your movement and attacks to defeat the Quintain. Okay. What? Was he expecting me to move there? What is he doing? Oh, I have to fight more of them? In addition to basic attacks, your hero has special attacks they can unleash. These powerful attacks can take several turns to recharge, so use them sparingly. Free despair of Quintains. Don't want to get myself cornered. Okay, it doesn't do much damage when they're far away. You have defeated the Quintains! Congratulations, you have passed the Congratulations, you have passed the basic combat training. Just for one more thing, player. While on your quest, keep an eye out for wooden benches like this one. Rest ye here, weary traveler. Using them will allow you to restore your stamina. If you run out of stamina, your adventure ends. So be sure to take a rest now and then. Also have some provisions, which you can use at any time, but they tend to work best when you are resting at a bench, so keep that in mind. You will receive 3 resurrection stones at the start of your quest. If your adventurer dies heroically, you can use 1 stone to bring them back to life. Be warned, though, that your hero will only appear at the last bench that you passed. You will also lose any souls that you absorb between the seat and the location of their death. This is where I leave you, player. It is time for you to begin your journey. Alright, so you have 3 revives and then it's permadeath. The villagers of Anvil cheered with excitement as you began your 2-day hike to Firetop Mountain. Cries of "Return to us safely, Alexandra," and "May the luck of the gods be with you" rang out. Your fame reaches even to remote towns like Anvil. Your mysterious patron, a sorcerer known to you only as Kith, wants you to seek a massive ruby known as the Eye of the Cyclops and give it to Zagor, the warlock who rules this mountain. When you ask Kit about the significance of the ruby, the sorcerer only smiled and said, "You'll see." The citizens who live in the foothills of the mountain fear Zagor and have been very reluctant to tell you anything that may help you find him. Fearing for their own safety, you have mixed feelings about the adventure ahead, and you just hope that Kit's instructions are honorable and you do not let the local people down. One thing is clear though, you will not be dealing with any ordinary wielder of magic. You must be on your guard. It takes you 2 days to reach the menacing looking mountain with its sharp rocky crags that jut out at unnatural angles. At the top, you can see an eerie red coloring, probably some savage vegetation, which has given the mountain its name. You approach a cave, a known entrance used by a local band of orcs, your hand gripping the hilt of your longsword as you consider what dangers may lie ahead. Your adventure starts here. Great. You see dark slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. Hearing faint scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. With the smell of oak up my nose, I have a feeling I'm going to meet formidable foes. That ruby's in this mountain somewhere, so I'm going to have to ask politely, using my sword, of course. Wait, you don't have the ruby? You have to find it yourself? That sucks. Okay, what's this? Inventory. Sword, dagger, 5 provisions. Okay, I got my attacks. Okay. Guess I don't have a choice. Oh, the whole world forms? You see an orc to the left. For a few yards, you arrive at a junction. I mean, is that an orc? I'm curious. A little way along the passageway, you come to what is clearly a sentry post. Sleeping. Approach with caution and can see an orc in leather armor asleep at its post. I hope all of Zagar's minions are less lazy. This could be my quickest adventure yet. Carefully approach the orc sleep. Really? I don't have the choice here? As he is asleep, it should be no trouble for you to wake him so you can get some information. Sure. You prod the orc awake with a pommel of your sword. He leaps to his feet, flailing for his weapon, which you have swiftly kicked out of his reach. I am Alexandra of Blacksand. I seek the eye of the Cyclops. The orc seems to recognize you, or at least he recognizes your sharp sword and heavy armor. He does not speak the trade tongue, but his shrugging and sniveling make it clear that you are not going to get any useful information out of him. You tie him up and gag him. Okay. The passageway begins to widen until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave's exit are two of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have the proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each beast is chained to the cave wall, secured to their thick brass collars. Two hounds begin to snarl and strain at their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slavering jaws. I've come across these poor creatures before. On previous quests, orcs generally don't treat them very well, which can make them quite vicious. Well, drawing your weapon, you prepare to engage the orc hound combat. However, because they are chained to the wall, their movement is limited. How far can they go? One's dead. Okay, gotta do a quick jab on this guy. Wow, they only had like 3 health? I am triumphant. You don't seem to gain any experience or anything, and you have defeated the orc hounds. Red door. Leaving the cave as quickly as you can, you follow a new passageway as it turns north. Okay, I found a bench. Set against the walls a wooden bench where you may rest. Sit down on the bench and rest for a moment. Your aching muscles heal and your tiredness wanes. It is good you take a break on your adventure. It is good to take a break on your adventure. I regained stamina, but I didn't lose any. To your left, on the west face of the passage, there is a rough cut wooden door. You listen at the door and you can hear rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. Door opens to reveal a small, smelly room. In the center of the room is a rickety wooden table on which stands a lit candle. Underneath the table is a small wooden box. Judging by the remains of the Dwarven architecture, this room has not changed much from its original purpose. Sleeping quarters for the night watch, proving that your educated guess is correct. You see a green-skinned orc asleep on a straw mattress. Treading softly, you easily extract the wooden box from under the table. Your luck holds out as you easily back out of the room without waking the orc. You leave the room and open the box. In the passage, a hidden compartment has been knocked loose, revealing a cache of gold pieces. There is also a small mouse, which must have been the creature's pet. You release the mouse, which scurries off down this passageway. You arrive at another door. You listen at it, but hear nothing. The tunnel turns eastward and then splits. Further up the passage, on the west wall, you see another wooden door. You listen at the door and hear the worst singing you have ever heard in your life. Passage splits again. We arrive at the end of a passage at a three-way junction. Listen at the door and hear angry shouting coming from within. Wait, can I not go back? You open the door to a large room. A large chair behind a solid-looking table suggests that someone or something of rank uses this room. Is that an orc or is it a goblin? Oh, a strange-looking orc, okay. In the corner of the room stands a strange-looking orc with a warty face standing over a smaller orc with the whip at his hand. He has been beating his servant who is whimpering beneath him. I can run back, only after I go inside. I'm trying to save the other orc. What? As he's spraying at the orc, his servant rises to his feet, picks up a hefty wooden stick and joins the melee, but to your disappointment, he attacks you, ungrateful wretch. Thanks for nothing. Try to assist the orcish servant. Yeah, bring it on, bitches. What? They can attack diagonally? I didn't know they could do that. Wow, you can do that as well. He broke the table. Oh, he fucking juked me. Oh, what happened? Uh... Damn it! Oh wow. Okay. Oh, you got tricked. Coward. I know your tricks. Yeah. I have defeated the orcs. Green blood of the dead orcs smell foul as it seeps from their bodies. There is a chest nearby. You step around the corpses and decide to investigate. It is of sturdy construction made of strong oak and iron. It is firmly locked. Okay. The lock was obviously inadequate. It flies off and lands on the floor several meters away. You lift up the heavy lid and your eyes widen as you see the golden sheen coming from within, as a fair number of golden pieces are inside. In one corner lies a small black bottle with a tight glass stopper containing a liquid of some kind. But as you are admiring this treasure, you hear a soft click and wince in pain as a small dart shoots forward into your stomach. Oh. Ah, come on! Sink to the floor. Pull out the dart and decide to bandage the wound. This gives some relief, but you are still weak. You decide to take it easy and examine the contents of the chest. There is a stash of gold pieces and the label on the bottle shows it is a to be a potion of invisibility, good for 1 dose. Of course I gotta take the potion. And plus 5 stamina each time. I think I should try to keep going north. There's a skull there. There's a Nork over there. Crap. The passage ends at a solid wooden door with metal hinges. Listening at the door, you hear strange mutterings and the clatter of what could be pots and pans. However, whatever is in there, there are several of them. Around the kitchen, you open the door into a large room. From your education, you are positive it is used to be the dwarf's dining room. The orcs have destroyed most of the original stonework and repurposed it for their own needs. Sitting around a large table are 5 orcs busily drinking and dribbling their bowls of rat gizzard soup. All are involved in a rowdy argument as to who will get to chew the rat bones left in the large soup cauldron so they do not see you enter. Yes, goodbye. Can I go back in the room over there? Passageway leads into a square dungeon chamber. There are 2 doors in the eastern wall and 2 in the western wall. On the opposite side of the room, another passage leads away north. The first door to the right is well used. And putting your ear to the keyhole, you listen to hear a man screaming for help from the inside. Before you deciding what to do next, you listen at the other doors as well. From behind the second door to the right, you hear a thumping sound on the wood. Hello, hello, not funny, open door. First door to the left is made of solid metal. Listening at the door, you hear a sound of tortured scream coming from within. Putting your ear to the second door to the left, you hear nothing. The eye of Cyclops is unlikely to be in a dungeon cell, but you never know. You unbolt the door and swing it open. A nauseating stench hits your nostril. Inside the room, the floor is covered with bones, rotting vegetation, and slime. A wild-haired old man, clothed in rags, rushes at you screaming. What? You shout, "You are freed, old man," at the top of your voice. Instantly, his ranting ceases. He stops dead in his tracks and sinks to the floor, weeping loudly. Alexandra, Black Sand, finally a familiar face. You have my eternal gratitude. As he gradually composes himself, he thanks you many times. Many years ago, he was an adventurer like you in search of the Warlock's treasure. He was captured by the orcs and thrown into his solitary cell as a sort of pet for the creatures. This must be Aaron Godard that I've heard about. There have been many tales told of this great warrior. Sadly, time in confinement has not been kind to him. You ask the man about the eye of the Cyclops. His memory is poor after so long in isolation, but he says that he has heard of such a thing, rumors of an immense gem powering an evil construct which draws life from demonic power. I always thought it was just a superstitious rumor though. I gained luck. Okay. Exiting the dungeon, you hear the sound of water ahead of you and make out a grilled portcullis at the end of the passageway. Before you can reach the portcullis, you will have to cross a bridge that passes over a gully of gurgling brackish water. You suspect it may actually be a sewer, judging by the smell rising for it. As you make your way towards the bridge, you pass some goblins which appear uglier than all the creatures you have encountered so far. But one of the goblins spots you and his eyes turns. Backstand! Backstand! Black sand! Black sand! He exclaims and it begins to run towards you. It knows me? The tiny creature runs up towards you and begins to hug your leg. It is pleased to see you. Black sand! Black sand! It wails. With glee over and over, it seems that this goblin has heard of you and become a fan. Really? I'm getting tired of this. Let go, idiot. The goblin only grips tighter. Black sand, black sand. You whack it on the head with your sword hilt, and the creature loses its grip, dazed. With a final violent shake, you send the goblin off the bridge into the sewer flow below. Oops, I'm sure that goblin will be fine. Most of them can swim. You arrive at the end of the passage, and iron portcullis blocks your way, and no amount of charging is going to budge it. The wall to your right are two levers, and it seems likely that these levers have something to do with raising the portcullis. What happened? Hello? Okay, it was loading. You hear a deep rumbling noise and the ground begins to shudder. Slowly and noisily the portcullis rises into the ceiling. Without hesitation, you walk towards the junction, listening carefully. Suddenly a terrified young man runs into you. His white ruin-embroiled robes are torn and smudged with dirt. He looks at you with panic in his wide eyes. I yield. Education is not worth this much danger, no matter how great the reward. You calm the young student down and he begins to relax. My name is Ian the White, he says. I am a humble acolyte seeking entry to the School of Sorcery. You learn that he gained entry but was deemed unworthy by the elemental masters. I wonder if this fellow knows where the Eye is located. You ask the young acolyte about the Warlock Zagor. Zagor, he leaves the school alone mostly, I hear. I heard that sometimes students just disappear as payments to him. I'm not about to find out. Ah, so the rumors are true. Zagor isn't to be trusted at all. And Kit wants me to hand him the eye. I'm going to have to be on my guard when I meet this man. You ask the young acolyte if they know the whereabouts of the ruby that you see. He becomes frightened once more when you mention the name. Yes, I know. This eye that you seek, it belongs to the Cyclops himself, who resides in what is left of the Dwarven halls over to the east. Oh, so I have to go east then. Follow the passage, and whatever you do, always make sure that you head east. There you will find it. I trust this guy. Young man points down the passageway before pushing you and running off. You try to catch up with him, asking for more information, but he darts under the portcullis you entered earlier. There's no point in chasing him back through here there. I should continue eastward to try to find this Cyclops. Ugh. I'm not sure I should trust this guy. Cautiously, you creep along the passageway. After a short time, you reach a fork in the path, with the path continuing northwards and eastward. You can see a broad stone bridge. The fork there is a bench of solid wood. And above a bench, yeah. I'll rest. Alright, I got all my health points back. Follow the path to the east. Soon enough, you arrive at a broad but cracked stone bridge which leads over a yawning subterranean chasm. On the other side of the bridge, you can see an archway carved to resemble a huge dwarven head. With no other options, you start to cross the bridge. No sooner have you taken a few steps than the floor begins to crumble. Break into a run to avoid the crumbling floor. Test your skill. That good? Oh, I escaped the crumbling floor. Good. You sigh with relief. You can hear the masonry crack crashing down far below into water. The sound vibrates around the chamber, and you wonder what creatures you have stirred in the darkness beyond. Look over the edge into the darkness. No, that's not a good idea. Carved dwarven head archway looms ahead of, and you marvel at its construction. Previous inhabitants of Firetop Mountain were obviously once proud of their home, as shown in this high level of artistry. Features look to have been chiseled into the rock face in a style that could only be dwarven, of a dwarven design. Hand in the mouth. We enter this dwarven entrance hall. It is everything you expected, lined up with tall stone columns that stretch into the darkness, intricately carved in the image of dwarven heroes of old. This stonework is incredible. I can see each beard here. About halfway down the hall, you notice a path that leads off to the left, behind one of the statues. You need to go east, not west. Wait, trust that guy. As you walk through the hall, you notice movement out of the corner of your eye. Something appears to be watching you. I have no time to chase strange creatures. I must find that eye. Oh good, that's a very smart... I thought she was smart! You reach a junction with 3 different passageways. With east still at the forefront of your mind, there is only one option you want to take. You continue along the passageway heading east. Soon you come across another junction. Ahead to the east you can see a wooden door. The other passageway continues to the north. You head east to the wooden door. Trying it, the door opens and you enter a small room with eyes wide. Your eyes widen as you look around and see that the walls of the room are covered in ornate stonework. Mosaics and marble inlays give this room a kind of beauty you have never seen before. In the corner of the room is a large metal statue of a one-eyed creature. In its single eye is a sparkling jewel. Is that really the stone? This has to be the eye of the Cyclops. It did not give you any advice on how to take the eye. You could perhaps prise it out of its socket with your sword. There is nothing else in the room that the only exit is the way you came in. Maybe I'll search the other rooms to see, Wait, I've come all this way only to turn away from my quest when I was so close? That's not very Alexandra of Black Sand of me. I must return back to that room and get the eye. Crap, I have to do it? What? You approach the statue cautiously as scampering behind you makes you flash round, but it is only a rat. You feel at the jewel, but it's solidly placed. You try to prise it off as you work. You hear the anonymous creaking noise. Your horror, the statue is beginning to move. You jump down and draw your weapon. The iron Cyclops cranes its head around towards you and steps down from its pedestal. There is only one way you're going to get your hands on that ruby. Fuck! Drawing your weapon, you ready yourself for battle against this strange creature. Its ruby eye glints in the cave light as the animated statue twists its neck, searching for you. The heavy iron footsteps ring throughout the cave as it approaches, slowly at first, but quickly gaining speed as though getting used to its new body. Don't have a choice? It raises both hands, flashing its forked tongue, ready to strike. I mean, it's made of iron. I have a sword. I don't even know his range. What? Oh, that's a good roll for me. Oh, is he running away now? Quick jab. Oh yeah! Flawless! You are triumphant. You have defeated the Iron Cyclops. Sit back and rest from the exhausting battle. Warily you approach the statue. The jewel glints in the light, tempting you. Kit wasn't wrong. The eye is certainly a thing of beauty. Take the jewel. Prise the jewel from the still statue, which is surprisingly heavy in your hand. You put it in your pack. Now to deliver this lovely ruby to Zagor. I'm not sure why I need to do this. but I have to trust Kith. Surely, yet more fame and glory awaits me. I don't believe it. Claim the Eye of Cyclops as Alexandra Blacksand. But it was the Eye of Cyclops. I really got it? What do you do now? No, I have the eye. Fuck off. I don't know where to go now. So I guess I'm gonna save it for next time, because it's been like an hour. So, next time, we're continuing this shit. Alright.